heck no, I ain't playing this game. This game sucks. I wasn't sure if I was playing today, but it depends on whether this team is good or not. Trine was good last year, but we'll see how they are this year. Also, as I was walking in, Fitz was playing Kirby online, just to warm up, because why the frick not, I guess. And he was playing against a Dark Pit. And I walk out there, I'm like, you're garbage, you're trash, playing a low tier. And then I just watch the Pit SD at like 95 because he just failed at up being. And I'm like, perhaps, because normally it takes a hot minute. Also, aren't I supposed to be able to hear her through the headset? Because I cannot. Bet! Love that. Frick you! I don't know, you're the one who has to listen to me, and I don't have to listen to you. That's what you think. I'm different. I'm built different. I can rant. That's true. But I can rant for a long time. Grave, it's not like he's dead. That doesn't mean he's dead. Good lord.
A message from Tris. Now I can hear myself.
I still can't hear her. Yeah, you're fine. Woo! I can't hear her, but you know what? I don't need to. I'll just rant. True. I was playing against Ben to warm him up, and mashing orbitals works. Mostly because that move's broken. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's without any game audio going on in my ear. During a... Currently? No. Currently, I have 0 game audio. But I mean, I don't necessarily need it. As long as the stream itself has it, I don't really need game audio. I'm different because I play this game too goddamn much, so I already know the noises anyway. I believe you. This setup is interesting. Whoop. Cool. Yeah. Numero 2-0. That's the best Spanish you're gonna get out of me. Nope. That sounds like GLEC. Actually, it sounds like NECC too. No. Okay, I hear nothing. I have no sound going through my headset right now.
Step into the ring.
Yeah, the mic's going through. Yes. Nope, nothing. I swear to God, if it was just because it wasn't turned on, I'm about to host a riot. Yeah, no, I'm still not hearing any of that. I mean, hear nothing, that still works out, because then I can hear her through the headset, and I don't need, personally, I don't need game audio, because I play this game too much and I know the sounds most times anyway. as long as the stream itself can hear both of us and the game, I'm fine. Okay, I don't. You good? Cool. Give us a countdown.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this lovely morning for the first day of GLEC. My name is Aubrey, also known as AirJ.
I'm CQ9, and welcome to the first GLEC game of the season of the year, actually.
Very.
But it is the first season of this year as well. So we are back from our summer break. So we are back and ready to play. Well, we'll see if we're ready to play. We have some new freshmen coming in. I believe for our first round, we are trying to gauge how our opponent is, which, if you guys don't know, our opponent is Trine University today.
Yes.
But I believe for this first round, we are going to be sending in our strong A team this morning to gauge how they are. And depending how they are, we might see some new faces this year, because we do have some new faces. We have some new freshmen coming in, some new skill and talent, with some new characters as well. So some new characters and some returning characters as well.
We also have a returning person who is not here last year.
We also have a returning person. Yeah, we actually have two. We have one that wasn't here last year who's returning, and the one who was here last year who is not returning.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yeah.
You probably heard his name mentioned quite a bit last year, but our not technically senior, it's his 5th year. I don't know the word for that, but whatever. He's a 5th year. His name's Josh. We missed him greatly last year. He was studying abroad in Germany, but he is back this year to help us play, and it is good to have him back.
Yeah, and I didn't meet him until like 1 week ago. My only interactions were him making puns in the stream chat.
And you know, what else do you really need?
It's true.
Yeah.
And then you will probably notice our one missing player. Oh, it's starting.
Scoot over a bit. There you go. Yep, so we are gonna head into the game. So it looks like we are leading Alex going in with his signature Link, who he has improved over the summer, or at least what he says he has improved over the summer. Nah, he has actually improved over the summer. He's learned quite a bit, so we'll see if he can display some of that today.
I don't remember them having a Banjo-Kazooie last year.
I don't either. This looks like one of their new players. I believe last year they had like a Luigi, a Captain Falcon, and a Palu, I think, if memory serves. So this looks like one of their new players.
Right now, this guy is spamming projectiles.
Projectiles. Yep, you got it. Yep, that is Banjo. So fun fact, Banjo is not a very good character, so that's really all he's got. However, one of the DLC mechanics he has is right there. You kind of saw a little bit of it, is Wonder Wing. So how Wonder Wing works is he dashes forward like that.
Yep.
But that move is fully intangible. Actually, it's not intangible. It's fully invincible. He has full body invincibility during it, but he can only use a max of 5 Wonder Wings per stock. But then, fun fact, that move is actually coded to lose to grabs. But it's really hard to grab him out of it if you don't have a tether grab, just because he's dashing forward. And there's a hitbox on it, but it is a very strong move with full body intangibility. But he can only use 5 of them, but every stock he gets another 5, as you can see by the feather indicator above his head. But seeing that feather indicator means that there is a stock down, but Alex is a stock down too, so keeping it pretty even.
It's very interesting just watching 2 projectile characters just spam projectiles at each other.
Yeah, and I doubt Alex has much experience against Banjo, because who really does?
We are seeing just a bunch of projectile.
Yeah.
I think the best... I'm trying to think about what might be best to do in this scenario besides projectiles.
The best is probably what Alex has been trying to do, is basically just better projectile him. It can be a little weird because especially that Banjo bomb, that down B that he keeps throwing out, it's a really weird projectile in the sense that it can be really, it bounces a lot in weird angles. It can be really weird to tell where it's going and when. So he's using that to try to cover some of the ground space that Alex might want to set up on. And then using the, if I remember the name right, the Regal Blaster is its name, his neutral B. But nice spaced F smash from Alex. Actually didn't even need the second hit, just got the tipper of the first hit.
It was a very good punish. It was
sliced the bird right off Banjo's backpack.
And then he goes flying.
Yep, but that does mean Alex is a stock ahead, but at such high percents, gonna be difficult to hold on to this. Gotta watch for Wonder Wings as well. It's gonna be difficult to hold on to the stock, but
he's just kind of now he has to force Banjo to approach him, which is definitely making it feel like a lot more confident of a matchup from his side.
Generally, when you have projectile characters or just characters who tend to want to keep a distance from each other, having a lead and forcing the other one to approach you is definitely going to make it a lot easier. But now they are back to at least even stocks. The percentage isn't quite even, but it's close enough to be considered. But Alex getting good lead, not getting the second hit of that forward air though. This Link forward air hits like a truck, so that would have been good damage.
I'm seeing the bombs, and they're just barely missing from Link's side.
That would stem from the full body invincibility that Banjo gets. Nope, Alex is not dead here. It sent him the wrong way. He is dead. I guarantee you that's because of online.
Fun.
Guarantee
Very
you.
Fun.
Because I was playing against Alex a little bit earlier, and he was hitting bomb recoveries, including the text on stage earlier. So I bet that was probably an online mess up, but
I heard that, or like slight Joy-Con twitch.
Something like that. Just something messing him up just a little bit, just enough to send him the wrong way. But that does mean Trine is going in with just a one-stock lead. Not too much, but it is still a lead nonetheless. Plus, it is with a character that nobody really plays, especially here. So getting experience against this character is going to be interesting. Because nobody plays Banjo here.
So you have a few options to send in. I'm trying to think, because I haven't really seen Josh play, so I can't really say that.
Might be throwing in Josh. My guess is Josh or Chris. I know. Incredible.
Incredible.
So my guess, just because it's Banjo and a little bit more of like a projectile campy character, my guess is gonna be Josh, just because Chris might struggle to get in.
That is true.
But Captain Falcon is pretty good at getting in against those kinds of characters, so.
I mean, also Chris could just pull 180 on us and play some random projectile character. We wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, he does that. But I don't think he's going to today.
I don't think he will too, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, it always is with Chris.
Interesting, very interesting.
Keeps us on his toes. Keeps us on our toes, at least.
Hey, maybe we'll hear some Chris screams stuff.
Probably will, considering that a Banjo is guaranteed to be on the screen. But I guess we'll see. We'll find out before you guys will, and
fun.
No, we are not seeing who we expected.
I mean,
I'm gonna leave it there.
We'll leave it
find
there.
out. Yeah, it's a little bit of a surprise here.
A little bit of a surprise. Interesting.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So this is Josh,
Yep,
correct?
this is Josh. He is our 5th year who was gone last whole year, actually. But he is back and better than ever. He has improved as well with his K rule. So he's ready to beat the bear and the bird with the croc. Whoa, he is close. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That was a very close taunt. I don't think that should have been allowed.
It worked out fine.
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it's all good. We're going into the game, and what looks to be really good interactions is that Crown goes through the bomb from Banjo.
Yeah.
Which is going to be actually really big in this matchup. Because K-Roll can also get a lot off of Crown, especially returning.
It's definitely been really helping him with the bomb counters on like which Alex was definitely struggling with.
Mhm.
It's just hard to comment on Banjo because I rarely see him. Like that, like I
Yeah.
barely know anything about Banjo.
Yeah, Banjo is definitely a funky character. He is a DLC character, but most people just kind of forget about him because he's not as broken as the other ones. But he does have some stuff, but most of that stuff is mainly gimmicks instead of like combat mechanics like the other DLCs have. So
Yeah.
he does kind of feel lackluster in the terms of DLC characters, but
Yeah.
yeah, he definitely has some
Yep.
stuff if you're not experienced enough, but so does K-Rool. And
Yes.
Josh bringing us back around to an even stocks with us having the advantage of being able to ban.
Yes.
So,
One thing I did notice from that Banjo is that he was definitely dashing a lot more than he probably should have using his side B, because there's several times where
Yeah.
they got punishes off of it.
I think probably what happened was Josh was counter projectiling very well, and Crown does go through Banjo's projectile, as we saw throughout that game.
Yes.
Josh was using that, and I think what the Banjo was wanting to do was use the full body invincibility to go through the Crown and hit Josh. But what the Banjo probably forgot is that also something exists called Crown armor, which K-Rool gets. So K-Rool normally has his belly armor, but there's actually a whole special different thing that is Crown armor, which is stronger and better, and also Crown has really low end lag from where the armor is to when K-Rool can act. So I think he was trying to punish those Crowns and just kind of brute force his way through the projectiles, which Josh was ready for.
Yep.
And it didn't work how the Banjo wanted it to. So now we are seeing Josh leading us off, but now we get to see who Trine leads in.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you have no idea who they have.
Well, I knew who they had last semester, but it
Yeah.
looks like this is new, if I remember. I don't fully remember. I know Alex looked up their match against some other colleges. Joker wasn't in the lineup, if I remember right,
Interesting.
but quite a few colleges have like more than 3 people who play. Crazy, because that's exactly what we do. But Josh should at least have some experience in this, as there is a person here who does play a bit of Joker.
Just say you play it.
Yes, I do dabble in a bit of Joker. However, mine is not very good, but I have taken at least a couple games off Josh, so gonna make him think here. Yep, drag down, not true there. Can't go off the platform like that. Joker sucks. Hear me out.
Why do all of your characters suck in your opinion? Or no, just objectively suck.
No, Joker's actually really good. I'm just bad.
I'm being sarcastic, but still.
Yeah, but here's the K-Rool ledge trapping, which is terrifying because it's really can be difficult to get around. Really, jump get up work, huh? Never works for me. But you know what? It is me. Yep, Crown armor there, going through the forward air, and this should be a back throw. Yeesh! Ooh, I'm trying to break his tether there. Joker is pretty susceptible to his tether breaking. It is generally considered that normal Joker's recovery is actually better than Arsene's, just because Arsene's has a more predictable timing because of the 2-frame.
Yeah.
And with a tether, you can mix up when you reel. However, it does mean that if you get hit out of your tether, it is really difficult for you to recover if you don't have your jump. So Josh trying to abuse that, but just missing, but keeping it even with stocks.
Yep, I don't even remember when Joker lost the stock. I've just been like, bunch of stuff happening. The fun stuff. But it hasn't. This Joker seems to be pretty good if Josh is aware relatively of the Joker matchup.
Yep, he might be a little more used to mine, but I do similar stuff, and Joker is still Joker at the end of the day.
It is the same character. That is very much correct.
Yep. It's also Wi-Fi Joker, which doesn't sound like it'd be much of a difference, but it really is for such a precise and fast character like Joker. It'd be really difficult to play him online, so you're gonna have to change your play style. And he's dead. And he's dead.
There you go. The thing is that even though, like, because K. Rool is a heavier weight, it's gonna take a much harder hit to actually kill him.
Yep, trying to get that drag down up smash on the platform, but not quite. Still being able to shield it. Nice tech on the platforms. But now Arsene is here, so now Joker is as fast. Oh, hello? Josh, you're cooking.
Josh is just like, hello, there it goes.
I don't know whether that footstool was intentional or not. I don't think it was, but if it was, Josh, calm down.
Calm down, give the man a chance.
Alright, he might be dead here. Aw, just barely missed his re-grab punish, but
Yep.
now no longer has Arsene, which sounds good, but it does mean that he'll probably have Arsene later in the stock for when it actually matters to get the kill.
Yep.
But for right now, he does not have the added damage that Arsene gives him.
Unfortunately, he is doing a kind of camping each other out, forcing Josh to attack because I think he knows that Josh is a little more concerned about it. And there's Arsene.
Joker is the faster character, and especially on Wi-Fi, it can be difficult to react. And that should kill. Yep.
Yep.
Good up air from the Joker. Manages to take Josh's stock there, but again, we are only down one stock, and if this trend continues from the last time we saw this, we'll probably be back to an even game pretty shortly.
Pretty shortly, especially since I could take a guess at who we're sending in.
Yeah, really, yeah, crazy.
Wonder who.
Might be a certain Captain Falcon main, who also plays the entire freaking roster.
We should have Josh say a bunch of Captain Falcon puns.
We should. We need him in here. Just stand behind us, give us some Captain Falcon puns. We need it.
Hey, that worked in the past.
It did.
We don't know how, but it did.
Who knows with Chris? Sometimes Chris just wakes up, chooses violence, and then just beats the enemy team.
It's been interesting because there's a bunch of Smash Bros. Players living together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
So you don't even have to come down here to practice, which I'm sure makes practicing a lot more interesting.
I think it makes us want to practice less because we're like, we could just do this in the dorm. But anyway. But we did see some good counterplay from both sides there.
Yes.
Josh doing a good job, taking at least two. Oh my word, Chris.
Did he change his name?
He changed what he has his control scheme under. We miss him.
Yes, we do.
For those who don't know, in case this is the first time you're hearing, so Keegan, Laird, our signature Samus and amazing commentator from last year.
Yes.
He is not returning this year. He is taking a bit of a gap year and doing stuff that he needs to do for himself, and we wish him the best in that. But
yes.
Of course we do, of course, miss him. So Chris making his control tag for Laird, just a homage to our friend who we miss. But you know, it would be a better homage to him, winning. So Chris, beat him.
I think he's doing a pretty okay job at winning.
Yeah, right now Joker does have Arsene, did get a bit of a Rebel's Guard to kick his Arsene meter into high gear. But this does mean that hopefully he won't have Arsene for when he needs to take the stock.
Yep, and there it goes.
Yep, and with the Joker only having one stock here, it does mean that he only probably get 1 to 2 Arsenes. It's looking like a 2 here.
Yeah.
That was a back air. Yeah, it does look like 2 Arsenes.
Unfortunately, he does definitely need Arsene to kill right now.
Stock.
Oof.
Yep, that Arsene down air hitbox is surprisingly large, especially with the first hit leading into the spike so well sometimes whenever it decides to work.
Yeah.
But of course, the tried and true combo of lose the stock to immediately take theirs,
Yep.
extremely low percent. The true combo.
Yep.
We hate to see it unless it's on our favor. That's how a lot of that stuff goes, but just like how I said, it goes how it goes. That does mean Chris is down for 1 stock for their last player.
But we still don't know who the other player is.
Yep, we don't know their character. So last year, if I'm remembering what Alex found last night, it was, I think, like a Palu, a Luigi, and a Falcon.
We have not seen any of those
Correct!
characters.
Very observant of you. So
Wow.
I don't know what character is going to get thrown in, but they do. So the advantage of losing, basically, the advantage of being the one to lose the stock while in the lead, is that while you don't get to ban, you do get to pick the stages that's left over from the bans, and you also get to know what character you're going up against beforehand. Because with GLEC, you are not told what character you're playing beforehand if it's an even trade. So like at the beginning, for example. While at NECC, you do know.
Yes, you have to be told.
Yep.
Which makes interactions like this much longer.
Yeah! Because normally, as I said, you're told what character, which means that we get to pick our bans based on the character that they're putting in. But because we don't know that, we have to use a lot more deliberation for what stages we ban, because we need to cover a lot more characters, which makes this take a little bit. But stage banning always takes a little bit because of the communication that has to go between teams. But it is what it is, and we survive, so...
Yep, it's just interesting because I've been in that room and I'm just like...
Yeah, there's a lot of time waiting for the communication to happen because on one end, of course, it looks like the person through Discord or something is just sitting there, but in reality, they're talking with their team, deliberating of what stages to go to, just like we are. It just takes a little bit for those decisions to be made. But I'd rather take our time than not. Even if it's the opponents, I'd rather them take their time, rather have a fair match.
Yeah. It's better to have a decent match than bad. I'm assuming, since you're more up to date, because there's a reason we have a player in here and not just a bunch of casters, I'm assuming for GLEC, Steve is still banned.
Yeah, so Steve is banned for both GLEC and NECC, actually.
I see.
So we will not be seeing any Minecraft Steven on the screen, so that is good for us.
And we doubt that will be changing anytime soon, because Nintendo has decided, hey, we're not going to patch this game anymore.
But the Steve ban is a pretty hotly debated topic in the scene. Again, I could see the delay in Chris's pressing accept. I feel like he was maybe thinking of not hitting accept.
This is gonna be an interesting matchup.
Yeah. Ken is pretty dang good against Captain Falcon. It's a rough matchup because Ken relies on you being close, because he's a very close range fighter, but so is Captain Falcon, which is pretty bad because Ken will outdamage Captain Falcon close up, as we can see there. We'll see how Chris plays against it. He has played it before and has done well before, but has also struggled a lot before. So we'll see how much he's learned, how much he can adapt to this Ken particularly, and see what he can get going.
It is a very, like, we've seen this matchup, like you said before. It just probably is a little bit of reminding how it is.
Yeah.
And chances are he was probably expecting Palu or Luigi.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting the Ken, but that doesn't mean that he can't figure some stuff out. Although, remember, he is a stock down.
Yep, that is.
And not anymore. Now he is just some percent down. Which,
but that should be pretty quick knowing Chris.
Yeah, although it can be scary because Ken has some combos that can kill here.
Of course. Yep, they're like, Like most characters.
If Ken get the right opening, he has true combos that can bring you from 0 to 60, and then true combos that can bring you from 60 to dead. So he can be pretty scary to play against, especially a character that's forced to get close. But Chris doing a pretty good job. Stuck on ledge here a little bit, but
I mean,
able to find his way out.
as long as he doesn't lose a stock extremely low, I think we should be pretty good. But right now, it's not looking too good for our buddy Chris over there.
Yeah, it's just going to be trying to pick his openings well, because as I said, if Ken gets the right opening, he can do a ton of damage, which Chris is trying desperately to not give him that opening. So trying to find his way in, pick his spots, is going to be the name of the game for Chris here.
Very exhilarating. Oh, and that was a wrong tilted up B.
Getting some damage though. That up smash scoops from so far. Why can't my up smash do that? But incredible DI from Chris, living the Shoryuken at 150, which is insane to live that at that percent. My guess is it wasn't the input version is the only reason he's alive right now. But the fact that he is allows him to get some extra credit here.
Yes, very nice extra credit. Even when he was a stock down from the beginning, and getting some very nice punishes in.
Tried to go for the knee read on the focus movement. I like it. Yeah. Chris, it's the first. It's not even the first game. It's the first round of the season, and we can already hear you through the wall.
We love to hear the Chris scream.
Starting out strong this year, already can hear Chris through the wall. Unsurprisingly. Yeah, sounds about right.
Though it was unfortunate for the other team for a unfortunate, I'm assuming, input or something.
My guess is what he wasn't doing was the input version of Shoryuken, because the fact that he lived at 150, even with it being Hollow Bastion and even with good DI, with input Shoryuken, he probably could have died there at like 110.
Yeah.
And he lived that at 150, and plus the input Shoryuken goes a bit higher. So I think that Ken actually wasn't doing the input version, which is what ended up costing him multiple stocks there.
Well, I was also talking about the SD from the opponent at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that one.
I think if he did the input Shoryuken, he actually would have made it back, because it travels higher.
I see.
So I think the Ken wasn't actually doing the input version, which not only cost him a stock on Chris, because Chris honestly should have died there. He definitely should have died there even 30% earlier. But it also cost him his stock, so maybe that's something to keep in mind. I wonder if Chris and that room noticed that Chris lived at absurdly high percents for Ken Shoryuken. That thing kills mad early if you do the input version. I've died at like 90 to that.
Well, you also play a lightweight character.
No, Pitt's actually midweight.
Midweight? Oh.
Yeah. He's kind of floaty, but he's midweight. And Captain Falcon is also a bit midweight. I'm not sure the exact numbers on the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure Captain Falcon's heavier than Pitt.
I mean, taking a guess.
Yeah.
Taking a guess. A bodybuilder.
Pretty sure he is. If I remember right, Pitt's 108 weight units. I don't remember Captain Falcon's off the top of my head.
Well, chances are, if you got a bodybuilder versus a tiny child angel, I
like
think
a 12-year-old with a sword.
I wonder which character weighs more.
To be fair, you can kind of just say a 12-year-old with a sword, and that's still talking about multiple Smash characters.
That's why I said angel character, because otherwise you would have been like, well, if we have like Marth could probably.
Marth isn't 12. Young Link though. Young Link counts. But
Young Link is 7. That is canon in the game.
I love that.
Young Link is 7 years old.
Love that. So it does look like we do know who we're leading this round. So it is not the same as last round. We are actually going to be leading the King K Rool.
Very interesting. I'm not sure if it's going to stick the same lineup for Trine.
I do not know, but this is technically...
Okay.
Interesting.
I love how...
I think Josh is
perfectly okay with this.
I love how Josh stuttered. It's just like,
They definitely have grown their character roster, which so have we, so fair enough.
very interesting. It's so we have a Bowser on screen, which means I have to learn my job more.
So Bowser is generally considered to be the best base game heavy because Kazuya exists.
Yes.
But of the base game, not counting Kazuya, he is considered to be the best heavy, solely because he is more well-rounded. And he's also really fast for his weight. However, I actually consider Halo pretty dang good heavy. Mostly because he has stuff like that, being able to steal stocks at early percents, but this is going to be a battle of the big boys. Because if you look at the stats, you know the stats. King K. Rool is the second heaviest character in this game, second only to Bowser. So, it's gonna take some damage to kill these characters.
Fun. We love that.
But at the same time, they also do a lot more damage because they're heavies, and this game has very interesting character design. So, but trying to go for the shield break mix-up, but Josh is ready for it.
Yeah, he is basically ready for like any single kill move that he throws at him.
Yeah, Josh is doing a really good job of avoiding any solid hit from Bowser, except Bowser forward air. That move is a swordy forward air, and you can't tell me otherwise. That thing is a sword.
It says Bowser with a sword.
And just barely didn't catch the roll in. I thought he was gonna go for the up smash and just kill him. Right, kill him. I want to see a stock gone. Yeah. That's the fun part of Josh. You can kind of tell when he's searching for the kill because it's all the time. He's looking for the kill at 0%. It's a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, he's heavy.
Exactly. He wants you dead at who cares percent.
This is why we rarely see people playing heavy characters.
The Bowser up B out of shield, getting some damage, but man, Josh is getting so much more. Didn't even need more damage with the down air, stealing that stock away at a really early percent for a Bowser to be dying at. So giving us a pretty solid lead of 2 whole stocks. Very nice.
Which is crazy because if, I'm assuming you guys didn't hear it, but there was a lovely Chris scream again.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Pretty commonly, actually.
Pretty common. There's a lot of fun things about that.
Yeah, so far from Trine, we have seen a Banjo and Kazooie.
Yep.
A Joker and a Ken. And then we saw a Bowser. So at this point, I don't know what character we're gonna see. My guess is it's gonna be a repeat from the first round, just because they gotta be running out of people at some point. Like, gotta be running out of characters somewhere.
You never know.
You never do. I mean, we have quite a few people as well. We have some new freshmen who play some different characters. So.
It could also just be like one person deciding, hey, I'm just gonna play the whole roster. Because why not?
Yeah, looking at you, Chris, playing the whole roster. Yeah, that'd be your thing. But can't do it yet. You gotta wait for Josh to finish up his 2 stocks, or finish up the next 6. You know, that would be preferable.
I mean, we never know what could happen.
Personally, I prefer him to just take the full 6, but I'm sure Chris would prefer to not have to play this game.
I think Chris would prefer not to play the game. I think Alex wants a rematch, though.
Perhaps. We'll see. But it does look like we are seeing the Joker once again. This Joker did do quite well against Josh, but we will see if he is able to take 2 stocks as opposed to 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting just kind of knowing how each of them operate, because you said that Joker took 1 stock off of Josh, correct?
Actually, I think it was 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
But if Josh can do that again, that still keeps us with a solid lead.
Yes.
So, I will more than happily take that.
It's very interesting also having to go into a heavy character versus letting them come to you, which I'm sure is going to be more difficult for Joker.
And another thing to point out is the stage pick. So Josh got to ban the stages that he didn't want on this round, which means that this town and city, while maybe not the Joker's first choice, was in fact Joker's choice, which
Yes.
I'm actually mostly agree with as a Joker player. This town pick, but it can be quite scary against a heavy character because they're heavy, which means they have a lot of kill power. And with the small side blast zones of town and city, you gotta be a little afraid. You are only a 14-year-old high school student.
That is the craziest thing, is that Joker is canonically 14 years old.
He is 14 and in the second year out of 3 in high school because he's a Japanese character, but he's actually surprisingly heavy for what you'd think of just a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Although that probably stems from him being a 14-year-old who has also killed God. So, fair enough.
Oh, and that will do the kill, but unfortunately he did have to lose a stock in the process.
Yep.
Not getting an early kill from them. But to be frankly honest, that Joker lived surprisingly long.
Yeah, it's pretty hard for Joker to give K. Rool just because of that propeller hitbox makes it really difficult to challenge him from the top. And it also travels quite far. So it's pretty hard for Joker to necessarily get K. Rool. You can do it, it just takes a lot more setup. Stemming from down guns to push him out more horizontally so then he can line up back airs as opposed to challenging from the top. But with town and city, you have a lot less space to do that, and especially in this transformation of town and city, down guns gets covered by the platform on ledge, so it can be difficult to hit.
Yep. Oh.
But with the forward smash, Joker smash stacks are actually surprisingly strong, so being able to steal that stock away, only losing one of his in the process, which, is still a lead, so we definitely take that. Josh doing more than his job, taking 3, taking 4 instead, so still keeping us with a lead, just not as solid as.
But for them, it is bad. But I think I know who we're probably gonna send in here. Maybe.
My guess is Alex.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Because
he has sadly for him been forced to play against my Joker the most out of anyone on the team. He doesn't enjoy it, fun fact, because I gun camp him sometimes. He doesn't enjoy my Joker, but
I mean, if he has the most experience of the matchup,
he does do pretty well against it, but he doesn't enjoy his time, but he does fare quite well against it. So my assumption is that we will be seeing Alex Link come in to clean up these 2 stocks from the Joker, but hopefully not losing too many of his own. Yeah, looks like you're right.
Very, very nice. It's just gonna be interesting because I know last time he did unfortunately die to said Joker.
But this time he does have all 3 of his stocks to work with, and only 2 of the Jokers. Just a little bit of a side
Your
note
favorite.
that Joker actually gets a little bit of an advantage when he has to SQ like this, because each stock that you go down, you get a little extra more of your ascent meter that you start with. So his first stock he starts with none, but then his second stock he starts with a little bit, and then his third stock he starts with a fairly sizable chunk of our ascent meter. You'll see it here, like right now the meter's at 0, but once he SDs, the meter's gonna go up. There you go. So now he actually starts with a little bit. It's a little bit of the comeback mechanic, but honestly, Joker's comeback mechanic is fairly tuned down compared to DLC Pack 2.
I mean, DLC Pack 2 is just kind of DLC Pack 2.
Yeah. But we'll see how Alex is able to fare against the Joker. Getting a good Joker combo. Very nice Joker combo.
That is a very nice Joker combo.
Alex hates it when I do that too. I don't get it all the time, but he hates it when I do.
I'm sure he just sat there and he's just like, really?
Yeah, sometimes you kind of get put into a bit of a Joker vortex, and with the Arsene counter there, being able to take the stock, Man, you always avoid that when it's me. Why the frick did you do it now? Jeez, Alex, what the heck? Avoiding that tether.
Yeah, unfortunately though, they are very even right now, which...
Even stocks, but the percents do favor the Joker.
Yep. And that's not going too well.
I think, honestly, a lot of this is Alex's inability to react online. I think, honestly, the delay online is really messing with Alex, because normally he likes to react to what I'm doing. But on online, you can't easily do that.
Yeah.
Granted, the Joker can't either, but he's just such a fast character that reacting to where he is pretty important.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult to do.
I'm also assuming that recently you guys have done a lot of practice with in person.
Yes.
So.
Because we hate online.
Even though it is very necessary. Necessary.
Yep, that is correct.
Unfortunately, Alex is not having a fun time right now, but he still is alive.
Didn't get the launch hit, the up B, but
yeah,
is holding on to this stock pretty well. I mean, all this percent that the Joker's tacked on does eventually have to lead into a kill, but that is the power of Joker. Eventually, with more and more percent, more things will start killing. That is the good part about Joker. It's a little bit of a lesson to be learned with Joker, is that you don't always have to get the solid, oh my word.
He got it that time, but he's still dead.
He almost died to the bomb recovery.
He was 200% when he died.
Yeah, which is pretty good. Means he held on to that stock for a while, but Joker can rack up damage pretty well. Getting that kill can be a struggle sometimes, but was able to find it eventually.
The good news is right now is that he is closer and he does not have Arsene right now. Unfortunately, he is still not getting the kill and gun camping.
Yep, this is where Joker is really strong, is just tacking on this little chip damage just over and over. He is really good at nickel and diming damage on and on, so
yep,
that is the strength of Joker.
Yep, and you can very much so see how annoyed
Nair out of shield instead of upbeat there? You upbeat me every day of the week, come on Alex.
You are going to have some choice words to say to Alex after this, I can tell already.
Like, Alex, why aren't you winning yet? No, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's going to play, even if it's the same character, everyone's going to play that character differently, and especially on a different platform like online, it's going to dictate that difference a lot more.
Just get one kill, Alex. That's all we want. One kill, and we can throw Chris in and hear some Chris screams.
Yep.
There you go.
You've done these before. You've made these comebacks before. All you need is good string. It's difficult to hit on Joker. He is very elusive. I mean, you don't get to be a Phantom Thief by being easy to catch.
That is true. Otherwise, you would be very dead.
I'm not going to say Persona 5 spoilers. All right. But yeah, being a Phantom Thief, you have to be a little hard to catch, which is definitely giving Alex some trouble here. Oh, gets the fair one, but not the conversion. Alex getting another lease on life here.
Somehow.
Does have Arsene. He's going to try to counter, isn't he? No, he doesn't. Arsene is gone. There goes quite a bit of Joker's kill power, but at such high percent, he might not need it.
Probably not. But what are you doing, Alex?
I actually agree with that play from Alex, trying to bait him. Really, that hit. I think it hit his leg. But that drop down was trying to bait the Joker into punishing his regrab, so that he could react to the Joker running up with a holding down on Link up B to go past the ledge and punish him for it.
I see.
But Joker didn't fall for it, didn't bite.
Didn't bite the bullet.
Was able to take that stock with that F smash, just barely catching his leg. So now the tables have turned a little bit. That Joker definitely did very well and turned the tides. Now we are actually a stock behind.
Yep, which makes me... I think I know who they're throwing in.
Yep.
Yep. and I would take a wild guess as to who they're gonna throw in after Joker.
Yep.
Take a wild guess.
Yep.
His name starts with C.
And rhymes with I got nothing. It ends in Riz. It starts with Chris. Starts with Kra and ends in Riz.
I thought you said Riz at first.
I did not.
I thought you said Chris.
I did not.
Chris. Just start calling him that.
No, don't tell him that. He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that on his ego. He is all set, actually. Don't tell him that one. Nope. But that is who I'm assuming we're gonna throw in. We have yet to see, as we were doing stage bans right now, so we haven't actually seen the character select screen. But
Yes.
so I'm assuming as I have yet to be called into play, and
Yeah, because
Chris is
the only
not
other
yelling at me through the door.
the only other person I would expect to play is you, and you have not been summoned.
I don't have to play the game. Let's go,
Well, you might. We never know what will happen.
Chris. Chris. Meow. Don't make me play the game.
Oh, this is interesting.
It is definitely a swap, but it is one that we've seen before, and
I mean,
one that is definitely not.
Oh, he forgot his name.
Yeah, it's definitely one that is not unreasonable from Chris. Looking at the characters that they're most likely to throw in, I
Yeah.
definitely actually agree with this decision pretty handedly, actually.
Mhm.
The issue that I am likely to see here is with Chris's Wolf going in. The issues that I might see is perhaps getting, getting edge guarded.
Yeah.
Down gun is going to be pretty difficult to get around, although it can be with Captain Falcon as well. But also stealing the stocks. Chris's Wolf generally in the past has struggled with killing.
True. But he has gotten better with all of his main characters. So like.
He has definitely improved, and Chris as a player is just a really solid player as well.
He's very
so
good.
I have faith in his Wolf that he'll be able to find a way, but at exactly the same percents till now. But nice string. Does get
wow.
Arsene, but 70% for it? Yeah, he would have gotten Arsene Rebels Guard now. Ooh! Misspaced that gun, didn't you? Nice jump away from the Aegon as well. I thought it was going to hit.
I definitely feel like this Joker was expecting Captain Falcon.
I'm sure he was. Oh, just barely missed the true conversion on that falling up air back air. Manages to get Rebels Guard out, which, fun fact, is a frame 3 counter.
Yep. Arsene twice, but 124% on your last stock, while your opponent is still under 90%.
But the thing is,
he's dead.
it doesn't matter.
But the thing is, he's dead.
Yep, the thing is, Wolf down smash. So, fun fact about Wolf down smash. That move is insanely strong and very good at 2-framing as well. That move got nerfed multiple times.
Yep.
With both its size and strength, and it's still that strong.
I could hear Chris laughing through the wall.
I'm not surprised. Because he kind of just threw out the down smash, and the Joker was not ready for it. That's what sucks about playing Joker. Sometimes your opponent just does some random crap, and you just kind of get hit by it. And you just kind of explode.
I feel like that's every single character. If your opponent throws out some random stuff.
Yeah, it is. But Joker really relies on maneuvering around what your opponent is doing and using your movement. And when your opponent just does some random crap, it's like, oh, well, huh. But working to our advantage this time, instead of causing me pain, it's not me this time.
It's not you this time. You don't have to play the game, it seems like, right?
Yeah. Chris, don't make me complete it.
Okay.
Hold up. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Not only is it Donkey Kong, it's also my ult, the signature Grape Ape. We got a TK on the screen. Oh, baby. Let's go. So sad I have to root against it.
But the thing is that, like, I don't know about you, but I was expecting a Ken.
I was expecting Ken, but I love Donkey Kong. I'm so ecstatic right now. I'm so sad I have to root against him, but I love Monkey.
Very interesting choice, I guess. But I mean, seems like Chris is just kind of chilling with it. So
Yeah, the thing about Monkey is that Wolf is simply the better character, and Chris is just going to better character him.
yeah.
Because a lot of times with the low tiers, sometimes if you just treat them like they're not actual characters, you can kind of just win, which is what Chris is doing right now. And well, it's working because Donkey Kong is not a great character. He is just a silly boy.
He is basically one of the meme characters.
I love Donkey Kong, dude. This shouldn't kill. Never mind. Interesting DI, but you know what? We take those. I
Yep.
forgot we had 3 stocks. We get 3 whole stocks of Monkey. I'm happy.
Yes, he just killed a Joker 1 stock, and now he has to just kill 1 stock of Monkey.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure the Monkey would prefer that, but still.
I love Donkey Kong. Unironically, Donkey Kong is one of my better characters, and I hate it. Except for the fact that I don't. I actually love it.
I hate to say, but I think Ken might have been the better choice here.
Honestly, I agree. Just because Wolf is kind of just better charactering. But the slap, slap, clap, with minus the clap.
Yep.
Normally you see a down B up smash there, but the up air more than enough to take it. So just taking the safe option there. Definitely don't disagree with it. But now sitting at 165.
With Chris able to kill basically with any well-timed.
Here's the thing
down
though,
B.
this is an even game. Because Monkey can kind of just kill sometimes, especially with max rage. You might be dead here. Very close. This should kill though.
That is.
As I
kill.
said, Monkey can kill really early. So, Chris almost dying at about 70%. Yeah, it can be scary sometimes. You're still the better character, but Monkey definitely has some stuff. Are you dead here?
Yep.
So close. I think if you delayed that jump maybe a little bit, it
I
was
think he
really
probably would
close.
have. But very close game right now. Monkey can do monkey things.
Don't lose this to Donkey Kong. I think Chris knows if he loses this to Donkey Kong, he'll never hear the end of it from me. Especially to a Grape Ape enjoyer.
Yeah, I think I can see Chris's desperation just kind of right now, just be like, I can't win, I can't lose this.
Yep, but as long as the desperation doesn't sneak into his play, which I don't think it is, he is not letting it mess with his play at all. Keeping up with just this pressure on the Donkey Kong. Should be a 2-frame. Not quite.
Nope, just kind of memeing, but also doing weird stuff. It's weird.
Just allowing the Donkey Kong to whiff. Is he dead here? Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, what a recovery. Fakest red kill screen of my life? He was on stage? Are you good, game? But that nair was definitely good from Chris, taking the stock out of the monkey up B, but
there was 2 close calls.
a little
one
close for
call.
comfort, but Chris's Wolf managing to seal it out, taking monkey stocks.
Interesting characters today, though.
A lot of interesting characters. Let's see. We saw Banjo, Joker, Ken, Bowser, and Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong.
5 characters in a 6-player matchup.
I love Donkey Kong.
Normally, you only see 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, there's not too many teams in the conference that has that much character variety. So it's pretty fun to see another one because we also can do that as well. Although I don't think we're planning on doing that much this semester. But it's nice to see. It adds some variety to it.
It makes time interesting.
Yeah. But that is the second round of 3. So going to us, we have won the best
Hello.
Some gamers.
of 3. Donkey Kong.
I knew you were popping off for that.
Does he want to steal the headset?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Another match later,
Oh yeah, we do have a doubleheader today, right?
Oh!
When is that? 10:30.
All
Okay,
right.
so in half an hour. So.
So we will see you shortly, probably.
All right, so that will be closing up our Trine game. Very good games, pretty dang close second round, but manages to steal it out. But we will be saying goodbye for now, but we will be hopefully seeing you,
Hopefully.
in about a half an hour. Dang.
No? Oh, we're not.
Dang.
Dang.
We're not
Oh,
streaming
well.
next round? Ah,
Unfortunate.
Dang. Well,
There
we do
is
have
a
a
league
doubleheader
game.
here in half an hour, so while it won't be streamed apparently, still wish us luck as we'll be going into it.
There is
with
a
a
league
win
game
on our
later.
back.
There's a league game later.
Ah, that's what it is. Okay.
That is what
Well,
it is.
going into our doubleheader with a win on our back is definitely a good
Interesting
time.
time.
So, wish us luck, and we will see you later.
See you later.